Hi, hello, how are you, Amanda? Saint artist. I'm gonna do my makeup today, but I wanna talk about how to do a nice and quick application and how to get some longevity out of your makeup. I've got stuff, so this is gonna be with color correcting. If you don't need color correcting, you just skip that part of it and get into the makeup part of it. It's easy, you can zip through on the video. But I wanted to talk about products that help me do my makeup quickly, and that's having products that do more than one thing, but it's also the brushes, but prep. If you have a good skincare, make sure you have a morning regimen. It gets your face clean and prepped and ready for the day. And usually for me, I use a skincare that works with oily skin, so it helps me stay balanced throughout the day. And so a good skincare routine is key, but also I've been using SEINT's new Plush Prep Mist. This is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury spray, and it has hyaluronic acid. It's a prep and a set. So it's one bottle that does two things. So you don't need to buy a primer and then a setting spray. It's all in one. Makes things really easy. Plus it's a spray, which means you're not putting it on your hand, rubbing it around, waiting for it to soak in. I've been using this for a few days and the longevity of my makeup is incredible. But also I feel it on my skin, and I love the way it feels on my skin because I can feel it like it's gonna hold my makeup on. The next thing I recommend is your brushes. Find brushes you're familiar with that make you feel right. I like a brush. I'm gonna use these two brushes. This is a fan favorite. It's a one and done brush. This is the 3D brush. It has a nice dense end and a pointy end. And then this is the blend brush. I use this for my color correcting. So again, if you don't need color correcting, skip this part and just use one brush. And again, this is a fan favorite. And then having your makeup in one place. This is gonna speed everything up. You're not digging through a bag. You're not looking through bottles and compacts, trying to find out which color it is that you need. You can have a layer for your face, a layer for your lips, a layer for your eyes. There's so many sizes and you can customize this 100%, but having your makeup in one place is gonna do the trick. All right, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna start doing my makeup. I'm gonna start with my blend brush and I'm gonna go into my correctors. For my redness and scarring, I use a contour color called Aspen. And this just corrects my redness on my broken capillaries, my scarring and rosacea. You just tap into it and lightly sweep it. And again, if you don't need color correcting, you can skip at this part. But I get a lot of redness on my chin and then above my brows, and you're doing a very light amount. You should not have a makeup texture from this. You should still be able to see all your problems. You just don't have that tone of the red. All right, the next color I'm gonna go into is I'm gonna flip to the fluffy end and I'm gonna go into my suede lip liner. These two colors, Aspen and Suede, they are dense, and that's gonna help you again with longevity when you're covering breakouts, rosacea, hyperpigmentation. When you're covering those things, you want your makeup to stay on and continue to cover it all day. So using something dense as your prep is key. And again, I'm camouflaging, I'm going around it. You can still see it, but when I put my makeup on, it's gonna cover it and it's gonna stay. Over here, I have more hyperpigmentation, and I'm also putting it in the same places for balance, so both sides of my face are the same. So we do it that way, because I definitely don't have as much hyperpigmentation up here, but I bring it up. All right, this is easy, 5 to 10 minute makeup, but take into account the fact that I talk a lot. Okay, next I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna correct my under eyes. Now you can take what you want and leave the rest. Maybe you don't have rosacea and scarring. Maybe you just have hyperpigmentation. Maybe you just have darkness under your eyes. Take whichever you want out of this and go and leave what you don't. That's my rule for all of this. Take what you want, leave the rest. It's okay, it doesn't hurt my feelings, okay? But I do like to show methods and techniques and things that have worked for me. Okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna get on to our makeup now. I've done all of my correcting, and I'm gonna go in on the short dense end, and we're going to work from the bottom up. I'm not gonna mark up my face and blend it all together. That creates a lot of maintenance at the end, and I like to blend and go. Blend and go, blend and go, and then at the end, it's done. There's not a lot of touching up. Okay, I'm going into two colors because I'm between shades. I haven't quite hit my winter shade, so I've got Athens and Hazel. That's my winter shade and my summer shade, and if you have both, use them to create balance. Stamp in, don't swipe, and we're just going to balance the beard of our face. We don't need to turn our face all one color. And so we're just gonna step by step this. We're gonna put our main highlight right here. I'm gonna go over some of my scarring, and then I'm gonna bring this down and around the sides of the mouth, but I'm just giving the lower part of my face here balance, and then I'm gonna bring it down the neck. because our face stops here, but our makeup shouldn't. You'll end up with a big orange line, especially if you are like me and your neck is lighter than your face. All right, so stamping in, and again, just giving this some nice balance. And then I go over my scarring, stippling over any of my correctors because I don't want to move it. I want to keep it where it is to, again, hold my makeup in place for the day. All right, pulling it down the neck, and I just push in on each side of my mouth, and then bringing it again down the neck. The next color I'm going to go into, I'm going to cover this area of my face, is my brightening highlight, which is meant to be a couple of shades lighter than your actual skin tone. We're just going to place that right here. This is going to give the illusion of reflecting light, and it's also going to give us dimension. This is 3D foundation. It's also highly pigmented with 80% pigmentation. And so you don't need as much. You can still get the coverage you want with lighter makeup. So if you're used to very full coverage makeup with traditional, you're more of a medium coverage with SEINT. All right, we're gonna go into our contour next because we're, again, working from the bottom up. I'm going into Cedar, which is my contour. It's quite dense. I'm gonna go in front of my earlobe, down the jaw, and then I pull it down. And this is just shadowing. I like the way it makes my jawline look. You don't have to do this part. This is, again, where I say, take what you want and leave the rest, and then pull it down. All right? And it all blends together. Because these are all formulated to work together, they blend together effortlessly. Okay, so staying in this general area, I'm going to go into the pointy end, and I'm going to go into that contour. And I like to contour around my lips. Again, another area, take what you want, leave what you don't. I think this gives me the illusion of fuller lips, so that's why I do it. Grabbing a little more brightening, and I just do a little accent on either side of my mouth. Take what you want, leave what you don't. I'm gonna go back in on the short end to that contour, and we're gonna do our cheeks. You're gonna stay above your natural shadow, and we're gonna just go right here. And when you're working with a highly pigmented cream, remember, you don't need as much as you used to. So you may over apply because you're used to having that much makeup, or you may under apply because I just said that. And so learning the makeup, you've got 30 days with this makeup, play with it. Makeup should be fun. Let's make makeup fun again, okay? I really focus on putting this kind of on like a blush, but I don't like to come in past the outer corners of my eye, but staying above that natural shadow is key because it looks like an extension of your shadow and it gives you that lift and that definition. This is 3D makeup. We have three-dimensional faces. Let's apply our makeup based off of those tones. The colors are already there. We are just going into our palette and matching them. We have our skin tone. We have our shadow tones. That's all we're doing. Staying at the mid of the face, I prefer you can either use your finger, which is what I prefer, and I draw a straight line down either side of my nose, just like this, or you can go in with the brush. There's a hair somewhere. There's a hair somewhere. There it is. And you can stamp it as well. Whatever you want. Apply your makeup in a way that makes you the most comfortable. I'm going to square off the tip, and then I'm just going to blend this out. I always like to do the nose after I've done the base of my face. Super easy. This is super easy. Nothing should be hard. This is makeup. And again, it should be fun or we're doing it wrong. All right, I'm going to go in on that pointy end, grabbing some brightening, and we're just going to go right down the middle of the nose. And we're just giving it a nice brightening effect. Using your brightening where light naturally reflects off is where it goes, okay? And that is the nose. Just gonna tap that out with my finger. I like to blend it out with my finger. Brushes can easily widen the brightening, which will then widen your nose. All right, the next color I'm gonna go into, we're sticking to the mid of the face, because again, we're going from the bottom up, is my cheeks. I'm gonna go in with Frenchie on my cheek. And this helps me with my scarring. And so I'm able to use whatever color I want on my cheeks. And then I can go in with as punchy as I want. I'm gonna go in with Fig. This is such a pretty fall color. And I'm also gonna use both of these colors on my lips. And you can apply, I prefer having the control of applying it with your finger. You can also do that with your brush. We're gonna go on this short end, and I'm gonna tap into Fig first, keeping it at the top of my cheek. Using a brush that covers a good amount of space, this is a nice big fat brush, is also going to help you have a quick application. If you're using a little brush or a light application brush, you're gonna spend a lot of time adding and adding and adding. Using a denser brush and a fuller size brush is going to cover more of your face, and it's going to give you a quicker application. That quick, that nice. All right, the next color, we're going to continue up. We're going to the under eyes. I'm going to stick to this pointy end. We're going to go into the brightening, and I have this little natural shine. And again, the tones are there. We just use the colors to go with the tones. We have natural reflecting light right here. We're just going to tap that into that natural light that reflects. We're going to go up to the inner corner with our brightening highlight. Follow the orbital bone, not the soft tissue, up. Grab a little more, and we're going to clean up our eyeshadow, and we're going to go upward to give ourselves some lift. And then once it's all blended, we bring it up onto that soft tissue. Your brightening highlight can easily accentuate. Our texture is there. Our pores, our fine lines, the crepiness of the soft tissue are there. We can't get rid of it, but we don't need to accentuate it. And so tapping it up on there so you have a very light amount with that super pigmented color is going to help make it light and bright and pretty. Tap it and blend and bring those two colors together. All right, going in again onto this side. Do you see how nice and light and bright that is? So good. All right, we're gonna go into that natural shine again, and then I always bring it up to that inner corner using the pointy end. And then we're gonna follow it up that orbital bone, tapping and grabbing some more and keeping everything in one place. Again, super convenient. You're not searching for anything. It's in a nice little tile right in front of your face, right in your compact. It's quick, it's easy, and it's going to get your makeup on. There's mirrors in the compacts. It's so simple. And then bringing it up to that soft tissue, blending it to that blush. Look at how pretty this is coming together. Okay, go into the forehead. We're gonna go up to the forehead. We're gonna stick to that pointy end. We're gonna grab that brightening we've already played with. We see the light reflecting off my forehead, and that's where it goes. It goes right here on the mid of the forehead. We're gonna bring this up and over the brows, just like that. And you can do your brows last. I typically do, but for the sake of tutorials, I did my eyes and my brows first. Okay, now that we have this, it's nice and under blended, right? Nice and under blended. I'm just gonna tap this together really quick. Your fingers are your best blending tools, I swear. Okay, we're gonna go to that dense end, and I'm going into my contour. Again, this is cedar, stamping in, and we're gonna look at our forehead. We have shadow along our hairline, where our skull dents in on the sides. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna bring it to each side and bridge it across that hairline, and then we just tap it out and bring it down to that temple. Easy, so easy. You just follow that natural shadowing, flick it into the hair. We're gonna go back to that pointy end. We're not going to apply, we're going to pull this out to that contour. And when the light meets the extra, when the too light meets the extra dark, they come together and it creates balance. That's why we didn't need that main highlight all over our face. Everything works together. Everything in our compact is foundational coverage. So we're not turning our face one flat color. We're using a luminous cream, and it all works together. Since it's all foundation, we put it onto those tones, and that's how we apply our makeup. I'm done. I'm done. All I need to do is add some lip. So to set it, we're gonna take that prep spray, and we're gonna set our makeup. Take the cap off. We spray our face. Keep it nice and damp. It's so good. The scent is light. It has a powder. I find it to have a powdery scent, but it's a light mist. It's a good, powerful mist that's wide, not squirty. Just give it a full commitment spray, but hold it a good distance from your face. And then you can take that setting spray and just press it in. This setting spray is great for maturing skin like mine. I'm 43, so doing my makeup like I did when I was in my 20s, I can't do now, and you shouldn't. You should always be evolving with your makeup, with whatever. And then we're gonna go in and we're gonna do our lips, just trying to find a lip brush. And I'm gonna do the same colors that I used, there it is, on my cheeks. I'm going to go into Fig right here, and I'm just gonna line my lips with Fig. This is such a beautiful semi-gloss. It goes on like a lip gloss, and I like a good definition with my lip. And then we're gonna go down and around. Down and around, and then we're gonna go into that Frenchy color that we put on the apples. We're gonna fill it in, and it creates this really beautiful fall lip. And that's your makeup quick. Now remember, I talk a lot. This is your 10-minute makeup. This is the simplest way to apply. Work from the bottom up. Let all these colors work with the tones that are already there. That is your makeup. That is simple, quick makeup. Have a brush that covers the most of your face. A 3D brush is a great fan favorite. And having one product that can set and prep, having a color that can correct your under eyes, cover your scarring, and be a lip color, easy. Keeping it all in one place, easy, quick, to the point. Have that quick makeup. I'd love to color match you. Send me your selfies. I just need a makeup-free picture facing a window. But that's how you can get longevity out of your makeup. Using some of those correctors if you need them. Skipping them if you don't. Having one product for set and spread. Set and set. It's gonna prep and set. Holy moly, can I talk? I like to clap. Okay, have a great day.